Fish on, baby. Another mangrove. Just as nice as the first one. We'll see if this one's a keeper. We got 10.5. Nice keeper mangrove. There you go. Look at that, 10.5 inches. Let's go ahead and bleed them out in here. Forgot the paper 2 bags of ice at the bait store today. Forgot to pick up both bags. Got the live shrimp. Want to get right up against the brush pile there. There you go. Yep, there's something hitting it. Let's see if we got it. Come on, came back for it. Fish on, baby. Another mangrove. Another fat one. Ooh. Come on. Gonna think this one's gonna be just a tiny bit short. Let's see here. Oh. Just gonna flop you down there for a second, buddy. Let's get the 0. Oh yeah, we got 10 inches. Get 3 more, baby. That's all we need. Now, there's something hitting it. Close the bail. Come on, come back for it. Come back for it. There was something. Come on, baby. Come on, come back. Here we go. Come on. Take the hook, not the bait. Sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't. Come on, there's something on it. There's something. Come on, baby. Give it a little bit of line. Close bail. Let's see. Fish on. Feels smaller this time. Ah, decent size actually. Let's see. It's gonna be short, but we'll measure it anyway. Where did we leave the pliers? just short. We got 9.5 inches. See if we can't get a good look on the camera here. Come on. Look at that beautiful fish. Let's see if a fresh dead shrimp makes any difference compared to a live one. We'll just toss the remaining back on this one, see if we can get 2 fish for 1 shrimp. Yeah, they're hitting it. Little bit of line, close the bail, took the bait. So you might come back for it. Okay, there's still something. Fish on. Tiny, tiny mangrove. Actually, you know what? My eyes might deceive me. Could be the same one we just had in here. It's the same fin cut on the back and everything. Just short. Beautiful fish. So I usually hook shrimp just in the second body part there, so right behind the head. Going into the head, you got to be careful of the brain. You can sometimes do the tail, but you get a little bit less action, but usually a slightly higher hookup ratio. So it just kind of depends on what you're looking for. But this is my go-to hooking spot. All right, we got a fish, and we're on. This one seems wrapped. Still got the fish, but it's wrapped around the, there we go. Got it out. Much smaller fish, we won't even bother measuring this one. But look at the nice red belly color on this one. Beautiful. We got something toying with it. Let's close the bail. See if we can't hook up here. Might have stole the shrimp. We got fish on. See if he's tangled. I think we got him out. Nice mangrove. Let's get this guy in the boat. And we got the shrimp back. Look at that. Another deeper hook set. Let's see if we can't get it out. Come on, we got it. It's in the gills. There we go. What do we got size-wise on you? I hope I can keep you. Just the misery we put you through. Alright, let's get a second measurement. Looks to be 10 1/4. Yep, definitely keeper. See, there you go. There's another one. Close the bail. Looks like it took the bait. Oh, nope, might still have it. Alright, we're on. Tiny, tiny little guy. let him back out. Let's see, this one we're putting it through the head. I almost willing to guarantee what we're gonna pull back up after this one's just gonna be a head of a shrimp and the tail's gonna be gone. But let's test my theory and see if there's anything to it. Come on. Oh yeah, something's got it. Come on, run with it. Set the hook. All right, guess we'll have to set it for you. Well, seems like they're shrinking today. Well, I guess my theory about the hook set was wrong, but you know what? You live and you learn. We're still gonna go back to that first body part section. See if we can avoid gill hooking any more of these fish. Let's see, we got something toying with it. Close the bail again. Come on, and I know you got it. All right, let's set the hook. Another small one. There you go. Let's see, we put the backup camera up in the front of the boat. This will give you guys a little bit better view of what we're really fishing, kind of what it looks like. So it's just these small little mangroves here on the right, kind of sticks out. Intercoastal is directly behind me. There's this nice kind of Y, and all of the fish just seem to be stacked up on this point. So the bite seems to be slowing down out here. We might just move slightly into that creek and fish the other side of the mangroves. See if hitting it from another angle may not make a difference. We got another fish. We had another fish. Oh, we got one. Bigger one too. Fought like a bigger one. Oh, that's a fatty. That is going in the live well for sure. He's pooping all over the deck here. Easy hook release. That's gonna make a nice sandwich or a nice ceviche. I mean, beautiful fish. Let's see. We got 10.5 inches on this guy. He's go. It's funny, so every time I start talking about moving spots, the bite seems to heat up a little bit. Just sitting here talking about how we might have to move around the corner. And biggest one of the day hits. We got some movement down there in the box. We might just have to get out the knife again, give it another cut on the gills, because we definitely don't want it eating all our shrimp. Got something toying with it. the bail again. And another fish on. Small guy. Unfortunately, it looks to be another deeper hook set. Let's see if we can't get in there, get a hold of the hook and just shake him loose over the bow of the boat. There he goes. Again, I mean, we're throwing in the same spot pretty much every time. They keep biting. Why not keep doing the same thing? It's been working out great today. I think this is the most activity I've ever seen in this spot. But hey, we'll take it. Alright, so we got something. A little bit of a hit. Let's see here if we can get a little bit of tension on the line. Again, still holding the reel just to see. There's nothing there right now. I don't see anything in about 5 seconds. We'll probably check the bait to suspect that it came off. And yep. See, there already seems to be something nudging to it. See how the line pulled in pretty quick. There you go. 1, 2. Set the bail. Start reeling slowly. And we got a tree. Yep, no fish on that one. Get the line tight. Hold on to the reel and pull. May have lost the hook this time around, and we did. It's been beaten up from all the teeth that have been just causing abrasion on the line. So not unexpected. Probably could have done with a retie earlier anyway. But haven't lost any fish as a result. We just lost the tree, which I'm not too upset about not having to reel that all the way in. So we can actually reuse the split shot. Get another small hook on here. It's either a size 1 or a size 2. Sometimes I'll go up to a 1/0, 2/0, depending on what I'm fishing for. But back in this spot, because of the smaller size of the mangroves, usually go for that 1 or 2 size hook. Generally speaking, always use circle hooks. Just habit. Again, it's a 15-pound leader, so 7 to 8 twists usually gets the job done. Use the teeth, make sure it's lubricated. I mean, this has been in and out of the water, so don't need to get my mouth all over it. Make sure we cut that tag line. Tag line always goes in the bag. We don't throw it out in the nature. Try to pollute as little as possible. I want my son growing up to be able to fish the same waters as me without having to see all the environmental destruction that's being caused by just careless people. Seems to be a nice big one. Oh, we got the small guy. I always try to use the lightest split shot possible for the currents that I'm fishing in. Generally speaking, have it about 6 to 12 inches above where the hook is, just to let the shrimp float down a little bit naturally. If you have it too close to that shrimp, they just can't move around in the water as much. You just want to get it towards the bottom, but a slow drift down is actually beneficial compared to just the immediate drop to the bottom. A lot of the times you'll see the fish strike on the way down, just depending on where they're sitting in the water column. Got a little school of mullet circling the boat as well. Might try to get out the cast net and see if we can get some bigger bait, maybe get on a tarpon at one of the entrances to the neighborhoods here in the area. Let's reel this guy back in, do another cast out. Oh, well, he's already gone. The wind is definitely picking up. I mean, you can see how quickly the boat's just drifting. Trolling motor's doing its best to catch up to it now. We got a fish on here. That seems like something nicer. Let's see if this doesn't come. Nope. Small guy, just a big fight. So you know what? It could be a potential baggie. Careful here with this hook set, because this guy's likely just to spit it any second. I know this guy's going to be tight on the size. Nope, just short. So he's 9 3/4. We'll hold him up here in a second. An extra 1/4 inch, probably 1/2 inch. I don't like keeping them right on 10. I want to get at least 10 1/4. Just you never know if there's a measuring tape that's off. Don't want to end up in any sort of legal trouble. There's a reason we have the bag limits. But 9 3/4. That was almost a bag limit, almost artificial fishing. But we'll keep going. So realized I forgot to do an intro. First time doing one of these videos, so a lot of new things, but welcome to Catching Outdoors. I'm your host, Matthias. Generally speaking, go by Matt, so that's probably what you'll hear in the future videos. Live in the St. Augustine, Palm Coast area, have a 18-foot action craft flats boat, do a lot of beach fishing as well. We'll definitely do a boat tour one day so you guys can see the rig. We'll go over a couple of the rod and reel combos that I have in the garage. And other than that, grew up in South Florida, moved up to this area about a year ago. Got the boat about 6 months ago. All this flats fishing is new to me, so you guys will probably go on my journey along with me, learning about flat fishing, figuring out what all the tricks are, figuring out the good lures, and really just starting to build that knowledge base. Been fishing pretty much my entire life growing up. Obviously South Florida was a lot more offshore fishing just due to the fact that the Gulf Stream is the 6 to 8 miles offshore. Up here we're looking at least 60 miles. Just in my mind, it's not worth the run out. Easily spending the $200 to $300 just in gas, let alone the wear and tear on the motor, the boat. And the fishing, just from all the reports I've been reading, doesn't seem to be the same up here. So maybe one day we'll get into a center console, be able to make some runs out. For the time being, we'll be doing a lot of creek fishing. We'll certainly hit the beaches every once in a while with a beach cart. And on the really good days here in the summer, we're going to see if we can't get out off of the beach about a mile or two and get some big kings in the boat. Speaking of getting fish in the boat, we have a hit here. Looks like it took the bait. Let's give it another second. Oh no, it's back. and we're on. Feels decent. It's going to be right around the 10-inch mark again, I think. Probably another shorty, but he looks a little thicker, so we're going to measure him just to be safe. Again, would love to get that bag limit. Yeah, I'm going to guess this guy is at 9 inches. Let's see. Actually, you know what? He's worth getting on the other tape. Alright, so he is right at 10 inches. So what we're going to do, we're going to let this guy go. This is one of those that's going to get you in that legal trouble, just in case your board's off by that fraction of an inch. They might give you a warning, might not. Not worth the risk. Looks like we have about another 2 or 3 chances left to fill that bag limit for the mangroves using live shrimp. If we do or if we don't, we're gonna go switch up the fishing spot, switch up the tackle, and see if we can't do some of this artificial sports fishing in the area. Let's see if we have any bait left. There's 2. Gonna leave the other guy up on the deck here. Don't think it's gonna take too long to lose the first one that we're gonna hook. Whether we're bringing in a fish or we just lose the bait, as we've been doing quite a while here lately. Oh, take that back. He jumped right back into the live well on his own. Good cast out. We got something toying with it already. Again, a little bit of release, set it. Wait for the tension to build up, and we'll start reeling slowly. I think we may have lost this guy. Oh, shrimp's still there, but definitely had a good bite on it. We got the last guy. We'll see if the saying "save the best for last" is truly accurate. It doesn't look like the best shrimp in the world. I usually like them a little bit bigger than this. But great thing about small shrimp is pretty much guaranteed to get some sort of interest on it. But it can also come from those tiny, tiny mangroves we've seen earlier. But they can also bite on the big stuff. Let's see here. We're getting light. We're getting nipples already. Okay, release it a little bit. Close the bail. Fish on. And just like we said, much smaller version this time. Again, deep, beautiful colors on them though. They are gorgeous fish. So this is likely the last mangrove of the day. I've never had any luck artificial fishing for these guys, so I'm not going to waste any time on it. Live shrimp, they love anything artificial, is not really their strong suit. Sorry, buddy. So, there it is, guys. Last fish of the last mangrove of the day. Hopefully we can go get some snook or some redfish in some neighborhoods. Let this guy go. we'll get the camera on the back of the boat and you guys can see the ride out of here and enjoy the beautiful view with me. Just to round it out, I mean, look at those 4 beautiful mangroves. It's gonna be some delicious fish sandwiches. Possibly do a little bit of ceviche. Definitely gonna be a first catch and cook video on the channel, guys. Alright guys, as promised, we're back out here. Same day. You guys should have gotten most of the journey on the camera as well. Just a little zoom paddle tail and an 1/8 ounce weighted hook. I like that hook that kind of sinks underneath the belly. Gives it a very, very good presentation on the way down. It keeps the action very steady when reeling it in. Doesn't give that side-to-side flutter that a lot of different jig heads would. We're going to make our way up along this bank here. End goal is going to be down in that corner. Caught a roughly 28 inch snook back in the fall on one of the first fishing trips that I had on this boat. It'd be beautiful to replicate that on video. As you can see, we outran the tide change, so the tide's actually still outgoing from this neighborhood. I'm expecting in about an hour it'll probably be slack tide. So we'll give it some fishing until then, see what happens. We're just gonna, again, keep along this bank on this side. Not a big fan of fishing on people's docks, but definitely not gonna rule it out for the future. One of the only things that I'm missing to get for this boat is just a foot pedal for the trolling motor for situations like this where I don't have a track recorded. Or if we head to a new spot. It's not the most convenient thing having to pick up a remote. Can't have it dangling over my neck because of the camera up here in the front. And anytime I'm playing with this means it's time I'm not spending fishing. Oh, we got some big behind us. Set the GPS anchor. There's something chasing snook back here. Guarantee you they're probably gonna jump while I'm looking the opposite direction. Oh, it's a big tarpon. Let's get a rattle trap on it. Let's see what we can do here. Rattle traps have worked wonders on tarpon in the past. Just had one back there. Come on, tarpon. Come on, baby. What is going on with this trolling motor? Alright everybody, so we are going to go ahead and just get the fillets off of these guys. Nothing crazy here. Decided I'm just going to make a bunch of ceviche. We are going over to the in-laws tonight for dinner. So same as pretty much most other fish, just follow that backbone down. I'm sure most people watching this video is relatively familiar with how to do it. I definitely need to go out and invest in a new fillet knife. Follow down until you get to that backbone, just bounce across, and you can go down to the tail. I like to just leave the end on there. Makes it a little bit easier just to flip it over once you have the fillet pretty much cut out, and then you don't need to, it makes it easier to skin it afterwards. Just follow the ribs down. Just one side, flip it over, and then you can pretty much just run the knife down along the skin here. And there's your first fillet. So we're gonna do this 7 more times, and we'll see you back in the kitchen. Alright guys, so luck ran out fishing for tarpon, so we're now back at the house. You guys saw this. Alright guys, it's now the next morning. We're gonna mix up some ceviche from the 4 mangroves that we caught yesterday. It's a relatively basic recipe. You can do pretty much anything that you want with it. There's plenty of varieties out there. I like to keep it simple. We have the 8 Mangrove Snapper fillets, bunch of limes. How many you need kind of depends on how much filling you have in there, so we'll go through that at the very end. Fresh cilantro, avocado. This gets chopped at the very end of it when you're ready to serve. Don't put it in the ceviche while it's marinating, as it just gets too soggy. About 1/4 of a red onion, 2 cloves of garlic. I like spice personally, so I do a habanero pepper. You can also do jalapeno, you can do nothing at all, or anything in between. There's a cucumber, couple cherry tomatoes, and of course just some salt and pepper. Fresh cup of coffee because it's early in the morning, just to keep us going. So we're going to start out by chopping up some of the main ingredients. So generally speaking, I just go straight to the onion. Cut the ends off just because we don't want that in it. I generally speaking like some medium-sized slices, so I'll go right down the center. And then we'll start thinly slicing. You really don't want these to be too thick. The thinner you can make them, the more the lime juice can really saturate that red onion flavor. It gets mixed all throughout, and your onion bites aren't going to be too oniony. Up next, we're going to do the cucumber. I like to do a slice down the middle, and then another one, so essentially quartering it at the full length. Generally speaking, take the center part out, just so you get that firm cucumber. I will feed these leftover parts to the dog because he absolutely loves it. Get them face down so they don't roll around on you. And again, relatively thin slices here. And we're just using a large Tupperware instead of a bowl. I prefer going this route. It's easy to put a top on it for when it sits in the fridge while marinating. Up next, let's get the tomatoes done. Again, this is all pre-washed. So I know a lot of people don't like tomatoes, so feel free to leave this step out. I'd say the main ingredients you're really needing: lime juice, onion, red onion I like. Some people will use a yellow onion if they're not quite a fan of the onion flavor. Peppers, generally speaking, I always try to include peppers in it. But again, some people don't. Cilantro, very, very good staple. We're gonna take the 2 garlic cloves and a little garlic press. This guy's a little big. Cut it in half so it'll fit. Get that in there. Make sure we get the bottom scraped off. Can get our habanero. This is out of the garden, so always have a couple different pepper trees growing at home. I just kind of like getting into it. Something very peaceful. Got a couple jalapenos, some banana peppers, habaneros, and some cayenne as well, and some fresh herbs. So again, habaneros go a long way. So we make some very, very thin pieces, and then we're actually gonna make sure we get these quite smaller. You definitely don't want to end up with a big bite of jalapeno in your mouth. It is not a pleasant experience, but I do like the depth of flavor. I try not to get my hands all over the cut peppers. Usually I'll actually wear gloves. Just if you accidentally end up touching your face, it's a miserable experience. I do have my young boy inside as well, so I know if I don't get it washed off properly, that can lead to a miserable experience for him. Gonna grab the cilantro. Again, we're just gonna roughly cut this. We are not quite as careful regarding the size. Do like a good amount though. Personally love cilantro. Again, it's another thing that's hit or miss with some people, just like red onion. I'm a big fan of the flavor that it adds, so we're gonna do quite a nice amount. It's almost gonna look like a salad until we get the fish mixed in there. So now our base is done. The next step is going to be to get the fish cut up into some right-sized chunks. All right, guys. So important step here. Just make sure you feel for bones and get any out. There's nothing worse than biting into fish, whether it's ceviche, fried fish, or anything else, and just getting a mouthful of bones with that first bite. At least to me, it makes the rest of them a little bit less enjoyable, as you're now focused on making sure that you don't eat any bone. What I then like to do is just get some good bite-sized pieces. I like to know that I'm eating fish. And we're just going to go through the same thing for the rest of the fillets. So fish is now added. Just give it a good mix. And again, the ratios of filling to fish, you can change that as you want. I do like it a little bit fishier, hence the fish to filling ratio here is a little bit higher. But for those that aren't as fish crazy as I am, go ahead and add anything extra. Mango usually makes a really, really good sweet addition, which takes some of the, which has a lot of flavor to it, and will take some of that fishiness out and just make it a little bit lighter of a meal. What we're going to do now is get a bunch of lime juice. Once we have the lime juice out, we're going to just add it. Obviously, we'll show you how much. General rule of thumb is you want to cover everything in this, just so it's all cooking away. Alright guys, so now we have a bunch of lime juice pressed. We'll figure out if it's enough or if we need to keep going a little bit further. So we're just going to go ahead and pour it all over. You know what? And again, we really want that full coat, so looks like we're gonna have to press a couple more. I will come back and show you the final product when we're done. All right guys, so we got another 4 limes pressed, which looks to perfectly do the job here. All that's left to do at this point before we can get the ceviche in the fridge is some fresh ground black pepper and some salt. Again, kind of do this to taste. I know what I like. I do this quite a bit. Go ahead and mix it up. We are in the garage today as the baby's sleeping, so don't want to be in the kitchen waking him up. Hence, our tool set's a little bit smaller. Don't recommend using a knife to mix. Grab a spoon. All right, so that should be pretty well mixed. Again, what we want to do, just make sure we press it down. Use your hands, use a spoon, use whatever you need to. My hands are clean, so I don't mind using them. I'm also the only one eating this, so it doesn't quite matter as much. Go ahead and put a lid on it, seal it up, stick it in the fridge. Generally speaking, this can be ready in about an hour, depending on how well done you like your fish. You'll see it turn white, just like when you cook it. The longer you let it sit in the lime juice, the more it's going to cook. But again, an hour, generally speaking, ready to eat. The longer you let it sit, the more it cooks. Only thing to do when you're ready to serve and eat it, avocado, haven't forgot about it. You're just going to dice this up fresh. You can either put it on top or you can make a little avocado mash to have on the side. This goes good on its own as an appetizer. You can eat it with chips. Pretty much, yeah, just enjoy it. So it's avocado. I'll show you guys a picture of the final product. And otherwise, have a great rest of your day. This has been Matt from Catching Outdoors, signing off.